guys, Bluebird Crypto back with another video. Today we're talking about the last chance to buy some good hardware for a good price, because I feel like we've had this long period of crypto prices just being pretty even. They've been pretty flat. We've had a few little downs and a few little ups, but it's been pretty flat. I think that we're going to start getting into the bull run in the next few months. I think it'll be a slow burner. I think we'll slowly build up and up, and then it will just shoot up when it gets towards the top. I don't know if any of you guys can remember what it was like back in the Ethereum days, but from my experience, graphics cards were ridiculously priced, and it was cheaper to buy a graphics card new than it was to buy one second hand, because you just couldn't get them new. But next year, when we are deep in that bull run, there's just going to be no chance of buying a graphics card with a profitable return. I think it is time to start building up a new rig slowly. So I think for now I'll probably try and buy a graphics card a month, probably like a 3070. I can get them for like 200 to 300 at the moment, which is insane for when they first came out. I've got this rig here, so I'll do a video. This looks like an absolute mess, but all it is all of the connections in here are already all set up, and this is what I used for my Octo miner. So if you imagine there's 8 graphics cards in there, I think I might have had 6 in here. Had 6 3070 Ti's all set up in here, but I'm going to just get some 3070s. I'll put the 3060 Ti on this as well, and we'll just build them up slowly. And I'll show you the process of actually setting a rig up from pretty much scratch, just so you guys can see that, because it is a bit daunting to do it for the first time. So I thought I'd also just talk quickly about the state of things at the moment. So the most profitable coin currently is a 4090 mining Xano with a 45-cent profit from my electricity cost, which for the month my electricity cost is about $0.08 US. We've had a pretty good month electricity wise. If we were going to buy something like the most profitable coin currently, a 4090, for market prices, you're getting a return on investment in 3,386 days, which is insane. You'd be absolutely stupid to be involved in any sort of crypto mining right now, but here we are. So let's just buy some. So the 3070, that is mining Xano. Obviously these prices will fluctuate, and you can't take this for pretty much anything, because Xano could just die in price and then it goes to the next coin, which is the next one. So if I bought a 3070 right now and just mined Xano and everything stayed exactly the same as it is, we'd take 2,639 days to return that investment. But we all know it's probably not going to happen that way. The prices will probably go up for this bull cycle. So I've had a look on eBay at completed listings, and it's just insane. The last time I properly looked at graphics card prices, they were almost $1,000 for anything, like a 3060. I bought my 6600 XTs for like almost £500 each at the time, and that was like the first thing that I got into, and it was just, looking back now, that's insane pricing. But if we get anything close to Ethereum again this bull run, it's going to be exactly the same. People are going to be fighting for graphics cards, and I remember watching videos on YouTube when I was first getting into it of all these people that have got hundreds of graphics cards already set up, and they're mining everything. It's all profitable, and I remember I was just sitting there buying one graphics card at a time for ridiculous prices, thinking like, if the price of the coin doesn't stay the same, then this is not going to return its investment. Looking at ASICs, it's just the big new ASICs that are the most profitable at the moment. Bitmain Antminer AL1 Pro, 180 days. Obviously Lithium's hash rate is going to absolutely skyrocket, so this estimated ROI definitely won't happen. Well, I'm pretty confident it may happen. It may be even shorter, depending on if the price of lithium went up, then yeah, it would happen. But I don't think the price will jump up at the same rate as the hash rate, because of the amount of rigs going online on Lithium. Same with Casper. We're getting more and more high hash rate miners jumping on, and it's just going to be the same situation. Looking at these prices compared to when I bought the KS0 Pros at, I think they were like, I want to say $450, something around there. I think the KS0 Pros, they're 200 gig hash. Yeah, so same output and power, but double the hash rate. These prices, if you just looked at these prices back when these things first came out. It's just mad. It feels so close to when they came out as well. But yeah, I think these will drop again in price because of the hash rate. They're going to be worth so little in the next like month or so. So I think we will see a drop in these again. I'm tempted when we see the next price drop to even buy into these, because that's probably getting quite close to when the price of these coins will start jumping up. And once these become profitable, then their value will just skyrocket as well. I would love a bigger rig. They don't do the KS1s and 2s anymore. I kind of wanted a rig which was like 1200 watts or something similar to the Optiminer, because I feel like the 3400 watt ones are just going to be so loud. I think they might be a bit too loud for the shed. Lots of thinking to do, lots of graphics cards to look into buying. 3070s, I think they're the best option at the moment for efficiency and cost. You can get the 4090, 4080, 4070 Ti. They've got the highest daily profit, but they just use a lot of power. So the 3070 is a good in-between at the moment. The 3060 Ti is still okay. I feel like the 3070 is kind of taking its place a little bit. We'll slowly get that rig built up. I'll show the progress along the way on how the rig does get built up and what you need to do and what you need to have. With making rigs, with making open air rigs as well, it is all dead easy. It's basically like Lego. Once you've got the context down and you know what goes where and you understand how it just all connects together, it just works. It's so simple, which is also good for if something goes wrong. Say like with my 3060 Ti's, 3060 Ti, I had one at the end here, and if that was connected in, the rig wasn't turning on. But if I pulled the 3060 Ti out, I actually disconnected the cable, then it did work. So that told me what I thought it was the actual card had an issue, and that was causing the whole rig to stop working. But it was actually, I haven't actually confirmed it, I'm pretty sure it was the cable. There's an issue with one of the cables that was connected to this graphics card, because I thought I'd test it on my actual gaming PC. I thought I'd give a quick 10-minute check on Rocket League, and 4 hours later I can confirm, after a lot of losses, that the 3060 Ti is still working. So it's either going to be the board it's sitting on or the cables, which is fine. I'm happy with that. I've got other cables. Cables are cheap. I'm just glad that it wasn't the actual 3060 Ti. So we will build up more rigs. It will just be a case of building up slowly now, trying to not time when the bull run's going to happen, because nobody really knows that. I don't know when it's going to happen. I just don't want to be having that feeling that I had last time in the last bull run, where everything was getting towards the top and I first started getting into it thinking, I love this kind of stuff. Why have I only just started learning about it, when it almost felt too late, because anything that you wanted to buy at the time was just too expensive. It was unrealistic to buy. But I'm getting into ASICs now. I kind of like how ASICs, you can just set them and forget them. You don't have to worry about maintenance or anything, because these do require a little bit of maintenance. Things can go wrong if you overclock them. Sometimes they just turn off. I'd say ASICs are easier, but with graphics cards you have more options on what you can mine. You can mine anything that you want, which means if there's a coin that just goes to the moon suddenly, you can just switch rigs over, mine that coin for as long as you want, sell that coin, and then move on to something else. Whereas an ASIC, you can only mine what's on that algorithm. So it is limited in that sense. Nano 3 is happy on the current pool. That's just cruising along nicely. Not got a block yet. You guys will definitely find out if I hit a block. I was having a look at the BitAxe. I think it's the BitAxe. I can't remember the actual name of it, but I've not heard of that one before, so I'll mention in the comments. And I thought it looks like one of those little USB miners that basically mines nothing, and it's pretty much a gimmick that you'll never get anything. But it's at very low power, but it seems to mine a lot for how low power it is. But yeah, lots of things to buy, lots of things to mine, and in my opinion, if you miss these next few months of accruing your gear, then it might be a little bit too late when the bull run comes. It's all speculation. I don't know anything. It's all a guess. So I will see you guys in the next one.